All right, Granny. So let's start with stating your name.
My name is Clara May Lee Haynes.
All right. And tell us your date of birth.
My date of birth is November 15th, 1940. I am 84 years old
Okay. Where were you born?
in Bachelor, Louisiana.
Bachelor, Louisiana. Where
Yeah,
is that at, Granny?
it's below Morganza.
Okay. So you grew up in Bachelor,
Bachelor,
Louisiana,
yeah. I went
and you are the daughter of,
Emma and Zach Lee.
okay. And how many siblings?
They had five girls.
Five. And where do you sit?
I am number 4.
Number four.
Uh,
Okay. So tell us about growing up in Bachelor, Louisiana. What was that
well,
like?
kind of funny. I did pick cotton. I chopped cotton. I thought it was fun at that time. And I went to school in this little 2-room building. I went to elementary school there.
Mm-hmm.
Then they built another building, and I went to this school that they have up there now. It's Upper Point Capee, but it was Bachelor High School.
Okay.
So I graduated from Bachelor High School.
What year was that?
That was in 1956.
1956. Good
Yes.
Lord, Granny.
And then I moved to New Orleans, Louisiana.
Okay. What made you move to New Orleans?
Well, I thought it would be better if I go get out the country and go to the city. I guess the bright lights kind of pulled me in.
The bright lights.
Yes, and
So, what
then
were your goals when you got
after
to
I
New Orleans?
graduated, I wanted to go. I started to go to Grambling, college, but my dad told me it would be too expensive for him because we was in the country that we were living on a farm,
Mm-hmm.
so we didn't have the money. So I moved to New Orleans. I went to New Orleans. I started working at this, what was it, Antoine's Spaghetti House in New Orleans as a salad preparer. I would prepare the salads.
Okay.
So then I stayed there and I met this young man named Ralph Haynes.
Well, how did you meet Mr. Ralph
Well, I
Hayes?
met Ralph. I was coming from work, and he was coming from work, and he saw me. He said, "Hi, can I walk you home?" And I said no at first. He asked me again the next week. I said, "I did not tell you no. I don't know you, and you don't know me." And so he kept it. He met my sister, the
Which sister?
third. That was Edna. He met my sister Edna,
Mm-hmm.
and he asked her, "Does she have a boyfriend?" And she said, "No, no, you need to talk to her." And we finally got together. He asked me to go to the movies with him. You wouldn't believe.
You told me the first movie y'all went to see was Ben Hur.
Ben Hur,
Yeah.
Unchanged Hercules.
I remember we were having this conversation, with on 6726 Land
Land
Road.
Road,
We
yeah.
used to sit on that couch and I would always flip through your photo albums. And you'll be sitting there and I'll be asking you, "Oh, look at your hair, Grant. Oh, look at this picture. Oh, that's not in color." And I remember it was a picture in there and you were pointing to me. You said, "This was me and Granddaddy first date." And you told me the first date y'all ever went on, you went to go see the movie Ben Hur. So now every time because Patrick like all those westerns and stuff
He
like
does.
that. Mm-hmm. And one day he was watching it, and that's what I told him. I said, "Granny said that was the first date her and Granddaddy went on was to go see Ben Hur." And I think it's important that we get these stories on camera and give our elders a chance to share because we have so many generations coming behind us. And I'm a firm believer it's important to know where you come from so you can know that where you're going. This is something that I wish I had the opportunity to do with my dad, both my dads actually, and my dad's mom.
Yeah.
But because there are so many stories that get lost, and I feel like in this day and age, they're trying their hardest to erase our history.
Yeah, they
So
are.
it's up to us to document, to write it down, and to tell our own stories. So this will be one of many where I get a chance to dive into the Haynes lineage. And like you said, your maiden name, last name is Lee. Spell that for me, Grant. Is it Lee or Lea?
Lea.
Lea. So do you have any relatives who spell it Lee?
Yes, I still have some relatives that still spell their name Lee. Why, I don't know.
And I know you told me some liqueurs.
Of course,
huh?
yeah, I'm
Yep.
related
So
to the
you're
liqueurs.
related to the liqueurs, and you have some who were white
White
passing.
pastor, yeah.
Yep. So you're related to a lot of the white liqueurs as
Liqueurs as
well, but
well.
they'll never tell nobody they
That-
got
they got
that drop of blood, black blood in them. Huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, these stories are important. You know, I'm a mother of 2. I have 2 boys, and hopefully one day they'll be able to look at this and be able to know where they come from and be able to tell their kids. So
Yeah.
I thank you for giving me the opportunity to get you on camera and to tell your story, because again, we want to be able to give you your flowers while we can, while you're
Yeah,
here,
but I'm here. That's right.
and appreciate you for everything you've done. Hold on one second. I'm gonna pause this. She gone. Landon, can you take her and put? Okay. What I was saying was, it's important that we give you the opportunity to know that we appreciate you. So I'm gonna share something with you.
Thank you.
I always looked up to you.
Thank
When I was a little girl, you were my favorite. You were my favorite person. I will never forget. Granddaddy whooped me one time. He told you to hold me up to his chair. And I want to say I was maybe 10 or 11. But I wasn't little. I mean, you know, I was always skinny back then, so I probably still wasn't even 90 pounds soaking wet. But you held me up to the chair. He used them heavy hands and popped me on my butt 3 times. Baby, I cried like it was nobody's business because I was so hurt that
he whipped.
Yes.
What did you do?
I don't remember. I don't even remember what I did. But I do know that, man, when it came, the way I looked at you, the way I saw you in my eyes, you were just, you were everything that a woman embodies.
Oh,
I watched how you took care of your family. I watched how you were with Granddaddy.
Yeah.
You know, Mommy would bring me and Jasmine down there for summers. Yeah. Or either I would be down there because I'd be going by my daddy's house. By my grandma Estelle's house. But, and we used to walk to K&B.
Yeah, we did.
Walk into K&B and go to the store or walk to the Shell gas station because it was a Shell on the corner. And this is all pre-Katrina for anybody that's watching. And then, like, I can remember even walking to Burger King. We done crossed over the service road, the interstate. But that's because Granny didn't drive. So, Granny, tell the people why you do not drive.
I do not drive. When I was a teenager and I had this boyfriend, and he had a 57 Chevrolet Impala. Mm-hmm. And in the country, he said, you want to drive it? I said, yes. So he stayed out of the car and I got in there. But these cows were in the road, and I thought if I go fast and blow the horn,
they was going to move.
They would move. They didn't move. Tow that man car up, the front end of that man car up.
And that was enough to make you not ever want to drive.
I never want to drive again. Never.
Well, that's all right. But back to my story. So, yeah, I remember walking like that with you to go to the store. Even walking to the Bunny Bread store.
So, yeah.
Walking up to Diamonds to get some hog head cheese. Yeah. Like those are my memories on Lamb Road, you know, and they were always good ones. You always had the pool clean, and you'll had a grill going. You know, it never, like, I could recall growing up, Brandon stayed next door, and Jamar would have all them little kids, Nate and all the boys and Lil Ronald and everybody would be at the house, and all the boys would eat. But you never had an empty stove. No. You always kept food on the stove. And when you knew we were all going to be in town, you made sure to fix whatever it was we wanted. 9 times out of 10, it was always gumbo.
Well,
And for Mardi Gras, I can remember Granddaddy waking us up bright early. Clara,
that's
you better tell them kids get
Yeah.
up. You gonna miss the damn parade.
right.
And you'll have the tamales going, had the
Yeah.
gumbo going.
Yeah.
The crown would be flowing.
The beer.
The daiquiris, the
The
beer.
beer.
When we were little, you smoked.
But,
And you used to smoke them long brown cigarettes.
Sure did.
But then when you would leave, you go to work.
Work.
Me and Jasmine would
With
be there.
babysitting
And I would
Granddaddy.
have to light Granddaddy's cigarette on the stove and fix his whisker. So I've been bartending and
That's what-
smoking. I tell my kids I've been bartending and
that's
smoking
what-
since I was about 5. But those are, like I said, those are my memories. But definitely, you were always what I looked at, and not taking it away from anything from my mama, but I'm the oldest granddaughter.
Yeah.
So I am your first granddaughter.
Yeah.
I looked at you a certain way.
But thank you.
And I know being little, growing up, Chevelle and Tootie and Heather and them would all be outside playing. But I would be inside reading them encyclopedias.
I know why.
Heck, they did me good.
They
I learned a lot.
You learned a lot.
And then that's why I am who I am today. But I'd be in there reading them encyclopedias, soaking up knowledge. But I also I think out of all your grandkids, I probably spent the most time with you in the kitchen.
Yeah, in the kitchen.
Helping you. And I think now to this day, that's why I cook the way that I do. But like I told Patrick this when we first started dating. I said, you know what? I watched my grandmother take care of my grandfather. I watched her take care of her family. I watched her cook. I watched her clean. And those are all things that were instilled in me as a woman. And again, not taking anything from my mama because you raised her, obviously. So she got it from you, you know. But I'm saying when I was at your house, how I looked at you, those summers where I would come and be in New Orleans, you know, just... I always watched you, and I always, whatever Granny was doing, that's what I wanted to be able to do. And I see that now. When I cook my gumbo, when I host, you know, I don't turn anybody away from my house. If it's on the stove, it's for everybody. Like I told you, the boys like to have their company. I'm the all boys house. And the kids come here and they eat and they know, oh, Ty and Linda, mama gonna cook. And those are things that, you know, because I watched you, I learned that from you, that I'm gonna instill in my kids too. So again, like it's important, like I said, to give you your flowers because what we take from you is gonna be passed on and passed on. But we also have to know, like I said, where that comes from. So let's go back to some memories in New Orleans. So you met Mr. Ralph. Y'all went on a date to Ben-Hur. So y'all, we're gonna go on fast forward a little bit. Y'all got married. And how many kids do y'all have?
I had 5 kids.
5 stepping.
3 boys and 2 girls. Everybody is a year apart, I think.
A year apart. Stepping. So going from your oldest is?
Is Ralph Jr.
Okay, and
then Karen. Lynette. And then Derek Kenneth.
Okay.
And Ronald Bonzel.
Okay. And your baby?
Shirley Lane is my baby.
Shirley Lane. Now let's talk about Miss Shirley Lane here. So Shirley Lane, the story that I love to laugh at is when everybody say, your mama was building bodies. That's how you got here. And I done heard this story a million times between you, Granddaddy, and even my grandma Estelle. Because I say, that's that gal on side that boat. Cheryl, get your butt on in here in this house. Now, that's my grandma Estelle version. She say, I be out there and I hear something on side the house. And I peep. And Cheryl will peep. And now I said, I know you out there. And I tell her, get her butt on in this house. And I be calling Clara. She round here again. But, so Miss Shirley Lane, that's your baby girl. So tell me about raising Miss Shirley. Look, let's talk about the stocking cap on the head. When she put the stocking cap on the head, it scared you.
It scared me, and I beat her. Well, I beat her down. She said, Mama, it's me, Mama, it's me. I had been working at this little grocery corner store, and we got robbed, but it wasn't nothing in there to rob from. But the little canned goods and the candy. Anyway, this was in Memphis, Tennessee. Anyway, she came in. We had got robbed, so I went home. And when I was there, she come sneaking in the kitchen behind me with the stocking over her head, and I thought that was the robber. Get away, you! Please get away! I was beating her down.
Look, Grant, you know what else that reminds me of?
What?
Me, you, Jasmine, and Tootie. Do you know what story I'm about to tell?
What?
When they thought Tootie thought she had a tick on her
Oh,
finger.
man.
It was a piece of balled up tape. And baby chased us around the kitchen and the
We
dining
hollered.
room, and wasn't nobody wanted her to come near.
How did
I don't even remember.
we get it off of her? What happened?
I don't remember, but I know this was one of them summers when we was all down there. But those are all. I mean, man, we have some great memories from
Yeah.
6726 Lamb Road.
Yeah.
That house was a family home.
Oh, it was.
You know, we all make a pallet on the floor,
whatever.
pile up wherever you could lay. I was, like I said, I was the oldest granddaughter, so I was always making sure I slept with Granny. And that bed was so, when I was little, man, that bed felt like it was like 10 feet tall off the floor. It was so huge to me to try to climb in there.
In her bed.
But let's go back to your other kids. So obviously, my mom, Shirley Lane, she's your baby girl.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead, and if there's one thing you want to say to your kids that you want them to always remember from you, what is it that you want to say?
That I love them very much. And they are really, I'd really like to be close to them like we are.
That's beautiful.
For all
That's
my
beautiful.
kids.
So how
All
was it?
my
How was it
grandchildren.
raising 5 kids?
Well,
Because I would imagine I got 2 boys, and they eat me out of house and home.
well, I had 3.
Child.
And you can imagine how the 3 boys would eat. The 2 girls weren't too much on eating a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But the boys, oh my, they always wanted me to cook spaghetti and fry the chicken wings.
Matter of fact, that's what Uncle Kenny wanted you to cook today, right?
Right.
When I would come home from the Navy, that was one of the things I wanted
You
you to
wanted
do.
to?
Spaghetti
Yeah,
and your chicken
chicken
wings.
wings.
And I tell Patrick to this day, it's only 2 people chicken. Because y'all know I don't like chicken like that.
You know?
Girl, I used to cry when my mom would make me eat chicken. But just like you, I don't eat eggs.
Eggs, I don't eat eggs.
And Patrick doesn't either.
He
but
doesn't.
I told him, I said, it's 2 people chicken that I eat, and that's yours and his.
Oh.
Other than that, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not eating nobody else's chicken. But you do. It's something you do to your spaghetti that it just tastes different.
No.
I don't know what it is. Look, Gran, you remember? I think this was a Mardi Gras where we was making gumbo, and I had done helped you. I was older. I think I don't know if I was in the Navy.
I think you were when
and
it
it was
rained.
raining.
It rained in the gumbo.
It was raining in the gumbo. Because I remember I was helping you saute the chicken wings and the sausage, and it was leaking overhead into the. They ain't know they ate it.
They ate it. We all ate it. That was so funny.
Those are some memories.
Yeah.
I can recall. Because like I said, we didn't always get together with what I mean by all 5 of the kids. And it was 13 grandkids at that time.
Yeah.
But when we would. Man, that house would be so filled with laughter and music, and that's how I grew up. And like I said, you take these things and they become a part of you. Because even to this day, on Saturday mornings, I turn my music on.
Oh, you do?
When I cook my Thanksgiving and Christmas, I gotta have my music playing. You dance, do a little dance in the kitchen. Like that's what makes the meal a meal.
Yeah.
That's what makes the house a family. Like you wanna fill those walls with the laughter and the happiness. Because again, you're creating these memories. And just like I have all these wonderful memories that we can look back and laugh at and share between the 2 of us. Like I want to give my kids those same memories. So I mean, it's important for me to do that. But again, like I said, give me your flowers. That comes from how I grew up. So we said you moved to New Orleans and you met Mr. Ralph Haynes. And y'all had 5 kids. So how did y'all end up in Memphis?
Well,
was that after y'all started dating?
Yeah, after we had got married.
Okay.
And we had 1 son.
Okay.
The oldest one, and then we moved to Memphis.
Okay.
I really didn't want to go because I was a country girl and just staying in New Orleans. But he said, we're going to go and we'll Mama, we can stay with Mama until we can get us the house.
Mm-hmm.
So we moved to Memphis and we stayed with his mom for about 6 months. Rough 6 months.
So let's touch on that, Gran.
No.
No? Okay, we don't have to talk.
No.
Like I
Rough
said.
6 months. So we got an apartment and we got settled, bought furniture and had the 2 kids and everything. Then I had Lynette.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had Kenny. Then I had Ronald.
Then you had the
Sarah.
baby.
That was rough. So I would work.
Where were you working then?
I was working at this place they called it was Map South, War on Poverty.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go to different houses and to see whether they had food, heat,
Mm-hmm.
clothing or whatever, the lights on and everything.
Kind of like a social worker.
Yeah, I did that. And
Okay.
then after I was doing that, I did go to college. I went to college at Memphis State for 2 years.
What were you majoring in now?
I was social work.
Okay. I could see that. That fits you.
And then I did that until we moved. 15 years I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And we moved to
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
And that's when Granddaddy got in his wreck.
Yeah, he got hurt in an automobile accident.
Mm.
And then I had to stop everything and just be an old lady. But
Now, I think today we have women like to be able to talk about the fact that some people don't look at a stay-at-home wife as a job, but it is a job. Being a homemaker, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're remembering everything for 5 other kids,
that's right.
yourself, your husband, making sure his needs are met. So how did you find time, or what did you do for Clara that made you happy?
What did I do? I liked to cook.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to. I used to like to read.
Okay.
I did a lot of reading.
Could be where I get it from.
And what else did I do? I don't know. Okay. Oh, I used to smoke my cigarettes and drink my beer.
And do your little dance to some Down Home Blues. Okay. So, Granny, you have, I done lost count how many of us it is now, honestly. 14, 15. 15?
2 dead.
Yeah.
So it's 13.
Okay. So what do you want to say to your grandkids? We're not going to do individually because it's too damn many of y'all.
16 great-grands.
16 great-grands.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, Lord. So let's talk to the grandkids first.
I want to tell them I love them.
As a grandmother, you have shaped us all. I know I can speak for everybody because, goddamn it, I'm the oldest granddaughter. I don't care which one of you cluckers listen at this and got something to say. I'm the oldest granddaughter. And I can speak for us all when I say this. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
We love you. And you mean so much to all of us. And we are thankful for the life that you helped to create for us. The things that you did for us. Something as simple as just always making a favorite dish when we want it.
Yeah.
Those little things, it mattered, Yeah. And if we've never said thank you before, this is me on behalf of all of the Haynes grandchildren saying thank you.
Well, thank you, Crystal.
You're welcome, Granny. So what you want to say to them knuckleheads? Because I'm mad at some of them right now.
Oh, Lord.
What you want to say to them?
Oh, Lord. I just want to say I love them, and I hope everybody get together and can live a very happy, close to family life together. And whenever it's possible, we all get together and have my birthday party somewhere.
Y'all hear that? She wants a big birthday. She wants a wang dang
doodle.
And what do you want to say to the generation of the great grands? Because let me see, ain't none of them old enough. Yeah, we do got some old enough ones to have kids, but don't none of them have none at this time.
We don't
ain't
need
gonna claim
no,
that.
don't do that.
But to the great grands,
I just
what do you want to say to them?
Too, and I wish them the happiness in their life and get closer together.
Okay.
As a family.
There you go. All right. So, Granny, when you were in Memphis, you did indeed march with Dr. Martin Luther King.
I did. You
did.
Wouldn't believe what happened to me.
Come on, tell the story.
My husband, Ralph, had told me, Clara, don't go out there marching. I said, oh, yes, I am. That's what our job wanted us to do. I was working for War on Poverty. I got up that morning and the kids we caught the bus and went by his mama house and I dropped them off there and I went on downtown to march with Dr. Martin Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm so big and bad.
You was.
And I got up and I got in line and he was in the first line
Mm-hmm.
and I was in the second line
Okay.
behind him.
Okay.
Like I was doing something big.
You were.
So we got turned from Vance onto Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
The young teenagers and stuff started throwing bricks and bottles and stuff and broke this.
So they're throwing this at y'all, or
At
were
the-
y'all throwing this?
No, they was
Throwing it at
protesting.
y'all.
Yeah, protesting this because they didn't want that the merchants to sell to us again. You know, so they just tore up the place right there on that corner.
Mm-hmm.
So they grabbed Dr. King and ran down an alley with him.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I followed him.
I ain't mad at you. I would have followed too.
I followed him. So anyway, I don't know where they switched him out to a car or what, but I know I followed him. I ran. I end up with one shoe on and somebody else's jacket. How did I get it? I don't know today. But anyway, they had sprayed the pepper spray or something, and my face had just broke out.
Mm-hmm.
I still was running, so I had to go to my mother-in-law and her daughter was staying in the projects. So we had to go, I had to go down there and they had this great big furniture store. They had tore that up, but I had to pass by it. So when I got to her house, I still had this one shoe on. Face broke out, somebody else's jacket. And she said, "What happened?" And I told her, she said, "Well, didn't Ralph tell you not to go out there?" I said, "Yeah, but he can't tell me what to do."
There we go.
There I was, all puffed up, trying to follow Martin Luther King.
So, Granny, knowing that you were a part of such a historical moment, and you said you're 84, so you can see the state of the world today.
Yeah.
What do you want to say to the kids about you being a part of that and how the world is today? What do you want the young Black generation to know?
To know that they can achieve whatever it is they want in this world.
That's right. That's right. I like that. I like that. I think I must get that spirit somewhat from you, I'll say, because baby, I would have marched right along with them too if I was there at that time, because I feel like that's important. You are a very fair-skinned lady, so I'm pretty sure growing up in that time, you experienced your own racism.
Yeah.
And just being able to, like I said, it's a blessing to still be here with us today. But you've watched how the world has changed.
Yeah.
How technology has changed.
Oh yeah, because I've been wanting to know what is AI.
Artificial intelligence. I don't know, Gray. I make this video. I might put a little AI in here.
Oh, come on.
But so you've seen the world change. You've seen technology change. But more so importantly, just looking at knowing, like I said, how you marched and what you were standing for and what was important to you. But to still see that those are still the same, some of the same problems that we face today. So I think these stories are important to be filmed and caught, and like I said, and let these other generations know where they come from. But most importantly, let them know, don't give up that fight. Keep fighting for your right for equality, your right to freedom, your right to exist, your right to be treated as a human. Because at the end of the day, that's what we all are. And it doesn't matter the color of your skin, where you were born, or north, south, either west, because we are all people and we deserve to all be treated fairly and equally. So again, I give you your flowers again.
Thank you.
That was a big monumental moment, and I tell my kids that story. And I'm so glad that I've been able to get this on film to be able to share it with others too, because again, just wanting people to know to stay in that fight. And us as Black people, our day is going to come where whether they choose to acknowledge us or not, we acknowledge ourselves. You stand firm in who you are, and don't let anybody take you for granted. Yes, ma'am.
All right, Miss Crystal, thank you for this interview.
Well, thank you, Granny, and I appreciate you taking the time. I done cooked for you, y'all. I made some smothered pork chops, rice and gravy, some candy yams, and some cornbread
Cornbread
muffins. She
muffin.
said that's her favorite meal. So how was the food, Gran? Because I
It
want
was
this gonna be
great.
on camera
It was
too.
great. It was great. It was great.
So I cooked for her. We're gonna hang out a little bit, and then I'm gonna take you back to Uncle Kenny's house. But again, I thank you. I appreciate you,
Thank you.
and we love you.
Love you too.